Happy Mary, everybody. Happy Mary. You know what? I was going to come on camera, but now I don't feel like it. Mama came home with something after she went to that conference, and I was feeling bad. Look, I'm all in front of the Christmas tree. I'll show you guys. I'll show you. I have a hat on and everything, but you hear it like in my throat. And you've never seen me even with nothing to sniffle over here. So I was like the damn train. Anyway, thanks for coming through the large curves today. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Is my hat upstairs? Is my hat upstairs? I'm live, and I can't find my hat now that I'm live. Will you look over that for me? Milo had it? Milo, give me my hat. It sounds like something you do, Milo. Yeah, my Christmas Santa hat. I'm all decked the halls with bells of folly. Fa la 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 la. Oh well. See? Happy Mary! No worries, babe. But here, I'll show you guys. Where am I? Hi. Happy Mary. See, I was sitting in front of my Christmas tree. Isn't she glorious? Oh, and I'm fancy because I got one at the top of the stairs too. Look, I tried to pull a Mariah Carey. I even have one in the family room by the fireplace, but it's aluminum and it's hot pink. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, thanks for coming through to Larger Curves today. I hope you guys are having a happy, merry time today on this Christmas Eve. If it's not already Christmas where you are, I don't know where you are. It could already be Christmas. It could be New Year's. I don't know what timeline you're on. I don't know. Anyway, yes. So my tree has a star on the top. Right there. There. So, you guys, I wanted to come through and spend some time with you on this Christmas Eve because, I had plans and my house is the house. Oh yeah, on your way in, can you smash that like button, please, and smash the subscribe button? Thank you. And if I get 10 super chats, I'll muster up an entire Christmas carol for y'all, an entire Christmas carol. Because I was going to go live through YouTube, but I decided if you guys wanted to come up, I would be going live from StreamYard instead. So on the YouTube, I already had it set up to let you know that I had a goal of getting 15 super chats in 45 minutes. And I'll sing you guys some Christmas carols. And my voice is very shared today. So you would be in for quite the treat because it's a little rasp in there, right? But anyway, and it could be I was thinking of a Merry Christmas variety show. I was going to do some juggling for you guys. Also, while I sing the song, I could juggle if I needed to. So go ahead, let's reach some goals. My Cash App is right there too. So any type of, 15 gifts. And you guys got it. All right. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Oh yeah. And I have my Amazon wish list up at the top. I'm just going for it. Closed mouth don't get fed. And like I said, so I was supposed to be the house that everybody came to for Christmas. And then I mess around and go to that conference in Monterey, which was a fantastic conference, by the way. Life-changing, exactly how they said it would be. And you can't find my hat? He ate my hat? Milo, where's my damn hat? I had the hat on all morning. Dude. Let's see. No. Just a second. I don't know. I had a Santa hat that matched everything. That's not important right now. Anyway, you guys. So yeah, I went to the conference last weekend and I took the train down, and the train was a 2-hour ride, and it stopped at Davis in Davis, California. You know, there's a college, UC Davis there. There it is. Yay. Okay. Oh, that's the sock. Oh. It's a sock. It's a sock. Thank you. It won't go over my whole head. Okay, so he found the sock, but the hat looked just like it, but it had the white ball on the end. So anyway, we'll see how long this stays on. Happy Merry Christmas. So we're going to do a couple of fun things today. The link is already dropped. We can talk about some things, but I did find out something on Instagram, you guys, and I feel like that's why they might want to like have all of these new rules about where we can get our information, because I just saw LeVar the Baseman on Instagram. Tell me what? That Santa's black. He said it. I didn't. So I was going to share that story with you because it's amazing. I was like, duh, of course, right? But it's a whole story about Black Santa. And I want to share that with you. And then we can read a Christmas story later between talking about the Contesssa and Dr. Heavenly of it all, along with the Gizelle and Wendy of it all. And, oh yeah, the tree is too much. But that's Aikisha in the middle. And Aikisha, where'd she go? Damn it. Let's do it like that. There's Aikisha. So Aikisha, she's from from an own show from Carlos King. And you know, he was doing Messy Mondays with Dr. Heavenly. Remember all that? And they got in trouble for talking about what Sweet Tea had talked about. Anyway. Aikisha went on Messy Monday yesterday. A lot of things been going awry over there on his Messy Mondays ever since Dr. Heavenly left, honestly. I mean, it's like kind of one thing after another. The lady said she didn't feel protected. The other person was like, oh yeah, this is happening. The other person's like, oh yeah, this is happening. And everybody's agreeing that some stuff is happening and there's not enough paying going on, but a lot of stuff is happening. So anyway, Aikisha had started off the season telling them how she did not appreciate in the intro how they made her appear as though she was a twerker. She's like very classy, and they had her the only one shaking her ass in the intro, when the whole show is about business women and the other women are just doing like power poses and you know they're like this, and then they have Aikisha twerking. And she mentioned that. She's like, that's not cool. That's not cool. And it's very noticeable. And I asked y'all to change it. And Carlos King was laughing at her in the video. And she's like, and that's what y'all pretty much did to me in the thing. Because it's not changed. And every week, people that would see me in business have to see me acting like this is what I do in business. Hey. You can't really see what I'm doing, but hey, you know what I'm doing. It's not like a full-on twerk like that. It was more of a shimmy twerk. It was classy. But still, it's a show about business. Why you got the least 304-ish one being the most 304 on the intro? So it kind of felt a little plotted, along with the ladies always coming for her and her man. Anyway, so Aikisha, today is Tuesday. Yesterday, Monday, on Messy Mondays, her husband, Willie Cologne, their last name is Cologne. Isn't that a cool last name? That's very French. Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français? Yeah, they're fun. They're fun and comfortable. Yeah, she quit, Allie. And I love how she quit because when that So Gucci lady went on to Messy Mondays and shared her experience and got shut down by Carlos King basically, and it all got glazed over with magic sauce of, oh, nothing to see here, folks, you signed up for it. And then there was rumors that she was having a lawsuit against her from Carlos for speaking up or something. I don't know. That's alleged. Does it say alleged? Does it say alleged? Let me see. Happy Mary, gifts appreciated. Thanks for being here. Everything we say is alleged. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, so yeah, so allegedly, that's what had happened. Was that So Gucci ended up like with some legal stuff towards her after speaking out about being put in situations under Carlos King's production on the Bell Collective with Selena. I think she had something to do with Bring It On. I'm not sure. I saw the movie a number of times, and the only person I really remember is Gabrielle Union. Let me get some water. Okay. So Gucci, as she's known, I think she's going by Sophia right now, but she has a no contact order against the ex of her now husband because she put hands on her at one of these events. So she has a straight up no contact. You not supposed to be within 100 feet of me or something like that, allegedly. Yet Carlos King production and Latrice, Letitia, and all the other Ishas over at the Bell Collective, it take every opportunity to have Selena, who's only now a Bell, now that she has a no contact order with So Gucci, Sophia. There it is. Thank you. So now she has this no contact order. She was telling Carlos, like, I don't feel safe. That's why I have the order. Yet you guys keep putting me in situations where I have to break this no contact order, even though you guys are aware of the no contact order. Thank you, son. Come tell the people Happy Mary, son. Come here, baby. Here's my baby. There. See, now it's Christmas. Okay, come here. See, they can't see you good. Can you bend down a little? That's my baby. He's still my baby, even though he's 6'3". He's still my baby. 6'3" or 6'2"? 6'2". I just round up on everything. He's 6'8". No, he's 6'2". Yeah. So, where was I? He gave me my thinking cap. Let me play with my thinking ball. So Gucci, no contact, told Carlos. Carlos glazed over it, and then allegedly did some kind of legal action towards So Gucci, allegedly on the back end, and is making it like not easy or nice for her. And so Aikisha, where'd she go? There she is. So Aikisha, that lady right there. So Aikisha and So Gucci on the show are friends right now, and their husbands get along. The other ladies in So Gucci, like So Gucci's not checking for those ladies who know she has a no contact order with the other lady and keep trying to like put her on her and then and her man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear all that when you're not checking Glenn. Anyway, those who know. So Aikisha, on top of getting the shimmy in the intro, on top of being attacked and portrayed kind of high-key aggressively all season so far, and being So Gucci's friend, I feel like after this last episode where it really made her look like she was like, super hyphy and ghetto, And then the other two ladies whose husbands started everything had the nerve to say Aikisha needs to be off the show. So Aikisha removed herself from the show yesterday on Messy Monday, and we're going to look at that. Okay. But first, we're going to start with saying hello, hello, hello. My grandma used to sing me this song. It said, "Little Sir Echo, how do you do? Hello, hello. Little Sir Echo, you sound so blue. Hello, 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 hello. Won't you come over and play?" And we would say hello back and forth. That was me and my grandma. Yeah, we were each other's echoes. Echo, echo, echo. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Cold medicine. Get some elderberry stuff for your guys' house before you need it. That's the rule. Okay. I'm not a doctor, but it helps. Okay, so then we have the StreamYard link still up there if anybody wants to hop in when we start talking about the stuff. Allie from Miami is in the house. Happy Merry darling, love you. Steven, Merry Christmas Eve back to you. Right on. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Yes, support. We love it. I loved how she quit too. Yes, please be respectful. And we got the music in us. We got the music in us. Yeah. I'll be trying to do the whole arpeggio. Yeah, I said it. Look it up. I don't know. Did I use it right? I think so. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen, you guys. Oh, I have to still open the other browser. I have these oranges because I want to stay hydrated. And the orange juice is from concentrate, so yeah. But then I was keeping them to juggle for you, was what I was going to say. Let's make this small. Can you guys see me? Oh, I made two of them. Can you guys see me now? Okay. So now I was keeping these balls to juggle. Oh, they feel so good on my skin. Okay. Anybody else like cold balls on their head? I do. So let's see. We're going to look for the video first, Larja. And then, let's see. Oh, this was funny. Did you guys see about that guy who, British Ugandan, he ran from South Africa to London to show how humans migrated from Africa, to demonstrate it? It took 518 days for him to do that, you guys. Okay, I'm looking for something very Pacific. Let's see. Okay, we gotta maybe do this. Let's see. Present. Share screen. See post. Share screen. Window. Share. So I love hardcore hip hop. You wouldn't even say hip hop. Come on, come on. Did you guys ever hear the DMX version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? If you didn't, then we're going to start with this. And then I'll get to the story about how Santa Claus is black, I promise. Come on, let's get to the end and then I'll come back. Yeah. Oh, let me turn down the other music.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Come on! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it close. Come on, come on! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, come on!
What?
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you ride my sleigh tonight?
Right?
And all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out,
was
with
free.
Rudolph the red-nosed.
Yay! You'll go down in history. Yes, I don't know if you could hear that or not. I hope you could. Let me know in the chat if you could hear that or not. Let's see. Here. I'm right here still, you guys. That was so funny. Wasn't that hilarious? Wasn't that hilarious? That
You go down in history forever. You go down in history
forever.
You go down in history.
What? Okay, now let's go back. Back, forth and forth. Yeah. I think I sent it as a message to, let's go there. There we go.
Hey, good morning. Did you know that Santa Claus was based off of a real person who wasn't white? True story. His name was Saint Nicholas, and he was a Turkish Moorish Christian bishop who provided for the poor.
Hi, Allie.
Hey, Kurt. Merry Christmas.
Happy Mary. How are you, darling?
I'm good. It's been forever, but yes, I'm good. How's you going?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm just, like I said, recuperating from whatever the train ride had. Oh, my girl. But yeah, it's not, other than that, fantastic.
Yes, I mean, I've been busy and it's been a good season. I tell you, 2024 has been one heck of a year.
Oh, incredible. In an incredibly awesome way, growing way. Just, what about it?
I just think it's been a lot of, definitely in a growing way. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is happening. Good, bad, and different. It definitely was not boring. This is probably a year I think people are going to be talking in history, you know. But at the same time, I'm really grateful that I'm okay, my family's okay, everybody's healthy, you know, and you just have to keep optimistic. You know, we're pretty much going into a quarter of a century, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I forgot about the quarter century thing.
Yeah, wow. Because next year those little babies will be Gen Beta. Can you believe it? So that's going to be exciting. Wow. So yeah, Gen Alpha's done, and now we're going to have Gen Beta.
Gen Beta. Lord have mercy. Well, did you see the drones?
Yes. I was.
Speaking of beta,
I was like, yeah. And then the one thing is, I can't wait for you to talk about what happened with Rohop with Gizelle and Wendy.
Oh, we can start there if you want. Well, no, let me finish. I'm going to finish the story about Saint Nick, and then we'll get into the reality stuff. Now, did you know that Saint Nick was black?
I think I've heard that.
Yeah. I mean, like I had heard it, like I heard all, like everything is, you know, but sometimes even as a black person, I'm like, really? I shouldn't doubt it at all. But I'm like, Santa Claus, the North Pole, how to get up there, but we're
I mean,
everywhere. That's
I'm
how.
not. I'm not surprised because if you think about the history of Christianity, the oldest Christian church is in Ethiopia. So
Yes.
people tend to forget that. So a lot of these old saints and stuff, they could have been from, Ethiopia and that part of the world. Everybody just think that, Christianity started in Europe. Like, no, it did not start in Europe.
Right, right. Okay. Well, I'm willing to hear what he has to say. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to be so interesting. I was like, leave it to LeVar. This guy is on iDream. He's called LeVar the Baseman. And he does a lot of
Hey,
stuff
good
like
morning.
this.
Did you know that Santa Claus was based off of a real person who wasn't white? True story.
Merry Christmas, Stephen.
His name was Saint Nicholas, and he was a
Yes,
Turkish
we
Moorish
will.
Christian bishop who provided for the poor and sick. He was born somewhere around 280 AD in Patara near Myra in modern-day Turkey and became a living legend. It's said that he gave away all of his wealth and traveled the countryside helping the poor and the sick. One story tells of St. Nicholas and how he saved 3 poor sisters from being sold into slavery by their father by giving them a wedding dowry so that they could be married. And over time, St. Nicholas became known as the protector of children and sailors. His feast day is celebrated on December 6th, the anniversary of his death. It's also considered a lucky day to get married or to make large purchases. By the Renaissance, St. Nicholas was one of the most popular saints in Europe. Even after the Protestant Reformation, when they were like, nah, no more saints, St. Nicholas maintained his positive reputation, especially in Holland. Matter of fact, in 1773, it was the Dutch immigrants who eventually brought the story of the man they called Sinterklaas to New York. And ever since then, his legend has continued, and Sinterklaas became Santa Claus. In 1809, Washington Irving helped to popularize the Sinterklaas story when he referred to St. Nicholas as the patron saint of New York in his book, The History of New York. Now, gift giving has always played a central role in the Christmas holiday. In the 1820s, stores began to advertise Christmas shopping, and by the 1840s, newspapers were creating separate sections for holiday advertisements, which often featured images of the newly white and newly popular Santa Claus. But it was the work done by the Salvation Army that helped put Santa on the map. You see, they needed money for the free meals that they were serving. So they dressed up unemployed men in Santa suits to ask for donations and gave them a bell to ring, placed them on every street corner in New York, and they've been jingling those bells ever since. I mean, you really got to give it to Santa. He started out life as a Christian Turkish Moor, who's now a fat, bearded white dude who sneaks into people's homes and eats their snacks.
I had no idea. No idea. Turkish, Moorish, saint. Okay. Amazing. He needs a movie. I heard that Michael B. Jordan is going to be doing that movie about Mafusa. Is it Mafusa?
I think that's his name, but that'd be cool. It's long overdue.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So I wanted to share that with the people. And now I'm going to go close this laundry room door. Let's remove that. We'll come back up to the front. And yeah, because you can hear my washing machine. Wait a minute. What are you following me for, Mama? Look like that door really helped. Okie dokie. So on Real Housewives of Potomac. I am glad you want to talk about it too, because I'd love to hear a perspective other than mine, just to see if I'm crazy or not, or like how many people, think like this, or what your thoughts are. Because on Real Housewives of Potomac, we've seen how Gizelle got to go from being a colorist and a relationship abuser with Candace and bullied her off the show, IMO. That's just my opinion. I mean, you can't really take somebody away, but I don't think she made it comfortable for her to be there. And then her going to management after attacking her husband and family. It was just bizarre. And then for management to tell Candace to straighten up or else was like so protective of the abuser, in my opinion, on top of it. But now this season we have Gizelle being offered this like redemption arc. And the redemption arc is unfair. I don't feel like she deserves a redemption arc. She hasn't done anything to redeem herself, but we get to keep hearing about her fake business now with Ashley, and she gets to date, and she is not being held accountable for any of her actions, even towards Wendy, who was in on the abuse towards the dark-skinned girls. That was her and Candace. And last season, Gizelle made a huge deal to everyone that would listen because the Black women emoted on their face a look that Gizelle deemed some type of glare, smirk, something. Like, I went back and watched it 28 times. I did not see glare, smirk, sneer. I did not see it, Sam I Am. I do not like green eggs and ham. But she was able to use that to get Wendy and Candace put in a place and seen as opposition to her daughters from just having a look on their face last season. And she brought it and drug it around the circle. And now this season we have Mia, who we found out called her daughters whores. 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 Called her teenage young daughters, who are adults, I mean, they're over 18. However, called them whores? Really? And then we find out that allegedly Gizelle got to go to management along with Mia and beg for us, the viewing audience, to never see her daughters being called whores on TV. But now everybody knows about it. And so when Wendy, in this latest episode, hears Gizelle turn to Mia and say, Mia, you don't get to talk about my daughters and say what you said because they weren't you, basically. And Wendy was like, squeeze me, that's all she gets? That's all she gets, really? Like, I was raked over the coals last year because you thought I had a look on my face. And everybody is kind of allowing Gizelle to get away with that as a response with zero accountability, all because she said she doesn't like Wendy. And I don't agree with that. I feel if it was about her daughters, then the energy behind the disrespect of her daughters, regardless of the source, needs to be matched when Gizelle is entertaining these ladies. And I don't know that her and Mia really are friends for her to be like, oh, we're friends. That's why she can call my daughters whores repeatedly on national TV, but I don't want to hear from you right now. So I did not agree with it. I got Wendy's point. Um, but without Candace there, we're never going to hear that it was colorism from Wendy. We're never going to hear that. That's not going to happen. She said, even when Candace brought it up, she's like, oh, well, it's not really that. But then every time it happened, she was like, you know what I mean? But she's not going to be the source of saying that's what it is. She's just saying, oh, okay, I see you. But if that would have been Candace, Candace would have been like, okay, why did Jason? Or something like that. Candace would have said something rude about it, you know? But what are your thoughts? Do you think that Gizelle gets to treat people differently based off of fake alliances, friendships, or should she have kept the energy the same because the disrespect allegedly towards her daughters is what allowed her to be so contrary last season? I just, what are your thoughts, Allie?
So let's not be surprised. We already knew that Gizelle is full of ish. From way back, as long as we know, when it all really kind of fell down in season 5, when Candace got mollywopped on the head by Monique, and Gizelle came in being all scared for her life with her fake adjacent bodyguard that Pastor Holy Whore got for her.
Yeah.
Talking about she's so scared of Monique that is small and petite. You know, then she tried to do the same thing again on that season 5 reunion, talk about she was scared of Chris, knowing good enough Chris Cameron was not going to do anything to her.
Right.
You know, she sits there and was screaming off the top of the head how she don't condone violence. Violence is wrong. Violence is wrong. She don't condone fighting. But we all know she didn't care about Candace. We all know she didn't think Candace. She probably agreed that Candace needed to be hit up on the side of the head. She was probably glad simply that Candace got hit. She wasn't worried about Candace. It was, for her in that moment, it was 2 birds, 1 stone. Candace got attacked and Monique got off the show. Because they rallied to get Monique off the show. I'm not going back and forth who's right and wrong. I'm talking about Gizelle. Gizelle did not want Monique nor Candace on the show, and that incident was 2 birds, 1 stone. Candace got assaulted, and Monique, they were able to isolate Monique to get her off the show. And I saw through that with her foolishness. And then that's where she accused Wendy the first time about looking strange at her daughter. If we don't remember, she had made those accusations about her daughter was bullied at school because Wendy looked at her daughter when they were going up and down that raggedy, rickety, dangerous house.
Yeah, the lies.
Oh, I remember. And mind you, she only point out Wendy, totally forgetting that right next to Wendy was Karen. She never mentioned Karen. Karen and Wendy were both looking at her daughter Grace, but only Wendy got the energy. Remember that. I remember that. She didn't say nothing about you and Karen were looking at my daughter weird, Wendy. No, she just only pointed out Wendy. Yeah. Then we come back again, season 7 with Mia. And we saw what happened with Mia and Wendy. Wendy got assaulted not once but twice. They keep talking about the drink that got thrown at Wendy, but we forgot that I always remember that Mia took her purse and hit Wendy so hard that Mia broke her nail and was bleeding on the finger.
Yeah,
her nail. And what happened? Gizelle was he. Her friend adjacent, no longer on the show, was antagonizing, trying to take video, only showing when Wendy was upset in retaliation of being assaulted. But at the same time, they were all boo-hoo wanting cry for Mia. Not one time did they ever check on Wendy. Wendy had to leave the house. How is the victim have to be the one to leave the house? And yet Mia get to stay in the photo like she was the victim. And then in that season, Gizelle said, what? Well, I didn't check on Wendy because I didn't like Wendy. She said it season 7. She didn't care because she didn't like Wendy. Then here we go in season 8. Same foolishness. She's talking about how I think in that moment last season at that table when they were talking about Grace going to college. I don't think Candace or Wendy was even talking about Grace. I think in reality, let's just be real. You're in a table at a restaurant, a long table, and restaurants are loud. I feel like Candace and Wendy was at the end of the table having a private conversation between each other and they were not paying attention to these other women. They understood what's going on. We're not part of the group, but we needed to flip flop again, talking about, well, when Mia calls you're cute, you're mad at Gizelle because I already know how Gizelle is. I am mad at production because the production.
Like Allie, what you're saying is the obvious colorism, right? So, like, how did production allow Candace to be painted in a worse light?
Of course,
than Mia of all people. You know what I mean?
And my issue is truly glad that I think I saw it was on the Jasmine brand that they really said that, hey, to put another narrative of Wendy being the beautiful black skinned woman she is to look like the angry black
woman, yes.
That wait a minute, she's being overreacting.
Right.
Every little thing is wrong without having context with it. That's where I'm at, because I already know how Gizelle is. We already seen Gizelle over the seasons. It's just that now production is just letting it be obvious where they lie, where it is. And I don't know why they're doing it, knowing that in this franchise you have an issue with colorism that you do. Why would you do it? You should have left it in. Oh, because you weren't about your daughter. No, you should have checked her, Gizelle, in that moment, calling your children out of your name. You should have checked them. But no, you want to protect Mia. Taking that out was protecting Mia, not protecting your daughter.
Yeah.
Because we already know how this reality TV game works. Everything gets out. There's an intern, there is a blogger, there's people that knows everybody. What would happen? So what's the point of trying to take it out knowing that you got too many people on the table? Come on. But I'm just mad. I'm just disappointed with production. And this is why Potomac is continually going to fail as a franchise, because production is just not being authentic. And they're obviously having an issue when it comes to colorism, and it's within those behind the scenes. They should have never cut it out. They should have never cut it. They should have showed the hypocrisy of Gizelle and let the viewers be mad at Gizelle as they should. But I feel like we need to be more mad at production for the fact that you had the audacity to hide what Gizelle's really, how she really looking. Why are you protecting her?
That's what I'm saying. This redemption arc, it's not fair. She doesn't deserve it. She has not done any redeeming. She's even worse now because she gets away with it all the time.
She gets away with it. I guess they have the money to pay for the lawsuit. I guess they have the money to pay for the discrimination cases. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Well, I wish Eddie would pick something up on behalf of his wife, be abused, because she's just gonna say it kind of like under her breath in a roundabout way, but she doesn't even want to. We shouldn't even have to point it out. It's obvious. It's obvious. There's no way that Gizelle really trusted Mia as a friend. I mean, everything about Mia is fake. So now we're supposed to. So Gizelle, who purports herself to be the smartest one in the room, is now so smart that she doesn't see the lies that Mia is telling, that she thought that she was saying that in confidence, or also wants Mia protected, because that protects Mia too.
I think it was both. She was definitely. We all know that she's protecting Mia. Don't know why. Maybe because she felt like the show or the producers are favoring Mia to be that new it girl, and Giselle saying, if I'm going to have to pick the worst of two
That's
evil,
not always
I'm
been. I
going
don't
to
give a damn.
be on Luna's good side. But my issue is that we already know you don't like me. Just say it. You understand? But my
Yeah.
thing is, production should not be taking sides. Production should do exactly what
So
they're supposed to do.
exactly.
They should let it show and give things context and let the viewers make their decision. But for you to put this narrative to protect Mia and show the obvious hypocrisy of Gizelle and the continuous pattern of Gizelle, and then at the same time making Winnie looking like she's the angry black woman yet again for how many
Yeah,
seasons.
like she's
This
just
is what
playing the race card again. She has
yeah,
other black people talking about she's playing the race card again.
yes. And I think, and I'm glad whoever went in, because I'm glad someone in. I'm gonna tell you, I think I said for it to get out so quickly after the show, because it's hard in that moment what they're going to decide to keep in the show and not. Somebody on the show had to say no. We can't getting that.
Yeah.
When it comes to Wendy, the executives, which is Bravo, mostly NBC, wanted Wendy on the show, while production is not a fan of Wendy, but they're always going to get trumped by the executives. So here it is. Production is protecting Gizelle and making Wendy look crazy, but then here comes someone is saving Wendy again. I'm not surprised at someone executive, because I'm telling you, they wanted Wendy on this show for a reason, because remember, she's not just a Bravo celebrity, she is actually a commentator for NBC. So she has that relationship within the NBC family. They want her on this show. I don't know why, but they do. So when this was coming out, they're like, yeah, we're going to clean this up. Truly, production, y'all playing my fancies. Because why did it came out? Who let this out to the blog? So we know nobody on that show is protecting Wendy. Candace no longer there.
But I was blaming Gizelle for her actions. And however, I'll get on your train. I will join your choo-choo train and also blame production, because they are the ones that, had this been Candace not getting along with Gizelle, we know firsthand from Candace that they told her to play nice or else.
Mm-hmm.
And she played nice, and then she or else herself.
I mean, when Candace said what she said about Gizelle calling her a white adjacent woman, they didn't cut that out.
Exactly.
They let it play. When so to me, my thing is, the reason I'm not blaming Gizelle, if you can't blame someone for being who they are, do you see what I'm saying? I cannot get mad at Gizelle for being who she is. She's just a nasty person, and really, the word colorist keeps coming back to her every single season. It's becoming
every season consistently.
So how can I get mad for someone who constantly keeps telling me by their actions and their words that they are what they are? I'm just going to say, Gizelle, I believe you. I believe you now. You're showing me who you are, so I have no choice but to believe you. So I'm not mad at her, not saying I'm not mad, but I'm like, yeah, this is this could be considered harassment. This could be considered discrimination. What you guys got the bag. Why are you jumping onto this foolishness? Why you did not decide to say, if you know the viewers don't like this, and she's obviously doing this is problematic. Won't you say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to let it show and keep my hands clean from this and let the cookies crumble here. and let
Yeah.
this be good reality television. You know what I'm saying? But for you to
Right.
go and let these ladies, and this is what I think I said too. I am sick and tired of production allowing these cast members to run the narrative of the show. Your production, your job is to run the narrative of the show, not the cast members. You're not supposed to let them tell you what they should and should not be aired on the show.
Right.
So why they're going to? You should have said, we make the final decision. So this looks back on them because if they're going to tell us you're a reality TV, we're not showing a narrative, we're not letting these cast members tell us. This is coming back that you did. So now you guys have the most to lose, and for what? You guys still. I'm going to say this again. Nene ever went to arbitration for her lawsuit? I don't remember she did.
No, they still haven't even met her for arbitration.
What about the young lady from Vanderpump Rules? How convenient. And here you are in this situation. Got a lot to lose. Got a lot to lose.
Yeah.
Because you guys are just proving more and more of this constant behavior when it comes to race, when it comes to colorism, when it comes to a hostile work environment. You understand? And you
Yeah.
have two major cases that deals with Black women, specifically
Yep.
dark-skinned Black women, and you're ignoring their cases every which way. You guys got too much to lose. But if you want to pay all that money out, I'm more than happy. I'm happy for my melanated women to get
Right on.
That's all. Just make sure that the check clears when it hits their account. That's all I need. But that's all I gotta say. I know
Right.
because it just tells me that someone told her, play nice with Whitney or you're not gonna have a job. And I'll show she did. She just played nice enough just to keep herself on the season. Now she felt like, okay, I played nice with Whitney. I feel like I'm good. I could now she's going right back. What they said, Tiger doesn't catch change their stripes. Unless it's a pattern. I think the only one didn't she do something to Cerise? I mean, eventually when she gets rid of who she wants to get rid of, she starts on the next one.
She does. She's like a freaking beaver.
Cause like, it's like as soon as she feel like I'm gonna say this again, maybe they need a fresh perspective on the show when it comes to production. 9 years, and you're in a good place with them. It's going to be hard to say, hey, I gotta put you out there because it's my job. They're going to feel a sense of loyalty. I hate to use that word. So you need someone new, someone fresh, someone that have this history with these ladies just to shake things up. I don't think we need a cast shakeup. I think we need a production shakeup. Just get brand new production people. And I'm sorry, listen, there's so many people out here that needs a job. Move these other production people to another franchise. Move them to other projects. Move them to other shows. Get new people in to have fresh pair of eyes to give a different story. That's just my opinion. What they got to lose?
What do they have to lose? Nothing except for more viewers if they don't hurry up.
They got to do something. They try not to, but they have added more ladies back and forth, and we realize it's not really working. So I think you need to change what's going on behind the scenes. That's where it needs to go because the storytelling is just not there. Because I even thinking back to like season 1, Atlanta Housewives. Season 2, Atlanta Housewives, 3 and 4. The way they kind of told those stories was, do you think she's gonna last next year? Because with Karen, we don't know what's going to happen with Karen. Is she going to have probation? Is she going to do 30 days? We don't know. And Karen's supposed to be the antagonist for Gizelle. So if Karen's not there, what Gizelle got to do?
Well, maybe her and Nia. Maybe they'll bring Robin back for her.
We just got rid of Robin. Let's not go back. You know what they need to do? They just need a season of a hiatus, a pause, concentrate on another city because Potomac is just not doing it for me.
Not at all.
It's not.
Or
And
if they,
I'm gonna
okay,
see.
you know what? If they cleaned house, I could do a reboot of Potomac. I could do an entire, like, keep the new girls and make it around the new
Mhm.
girls. Get rid of Mia, get rid
I
of
would do that.
Gizelle, get rid of Ashley. Karen will be in jail.
Yeah. I would say here's one thing. Here's the thing. I'll keep the new girls. I will keep Wendy, and I'll keep Mia. And hear me why. Hear me right out. Hear me out. I reason why I say keep Mia and Wendy because we know those two got this weird up and down situation. And I feel like when it comes to the conflict, you're gonna get it from these two ladies more than anything else. They were like the actual frenemies from the minute that Mia came in there for whatever reason. And I think without all those other outside people, those two would be it. That's the only reason I would keep it. If you could, keep Mia, keep Wendy, because they're the two oldest on the show, and keep all the new girls and see what happens.
No, you know what? I do not subscribe to that because I feel like Mia should have been off the show for assaulting Wendy, and by no means should be left over as residual cast with Wendy of all people. She's a liar. She has nothing. She needs to go take care of her family. That's the biggest person to me. Her and Gizelle and Ashley. Ashley took too long to get divorced to me. Took longer than Kenya Moore.
Is she really divorced?
I don't know. And
I
then
don't
look,
think
is she really? She's probably still not even divorced, girl.
I don't think she even filed for divorce. I don't think she even officially filed for divorce. She was doing this whole 1 year separation. Here's my thing. Ashley is not divorcing Michael. They got an open situation in their marriage. Michael just don't want to be on the show anymore because he's like, I can't afford to be on the show anymore. So
Yeah.
they did this whole we're separated. Now, here's my thing. I think that house, because remember, they bought the house under a LLC as a business,
Right.
which I think is a brilliant idea. So while she's on the show, everything in that house is being written off as a business expense, which is absolutely genius. So now it's basically, he probably made her bring a reality star into the business, and then that's what it is. But she's still with that man. I'm pretty sure she only stayed in that house when they're filming, and then when they're done, she's back in that penthouse doing what she's supposed to do. She ain't leaving. She's not leaving Michael. Because that woman says too many times after she had to live under the bridge and was being homeless, she said, and she swore up and down she never want her kids to live that way. She meant it. She's going to do whatever she needs to do so her children don't ever have to live that way. She don't want to be on the streets no more. She don't want to ever not have to worry about money. And isn't Michael paying something for her mama house or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why would she divorce her husband who's taking care of her, taking care of her kids, and taking care of her mother? Because if she divorced Michael, who's going to take care of her mother? Where her mother going to live? Because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember right, Michael is paying for her mother's house. So if they get divorced, where your mom going to stay? Is he still going to keep paying for her housing? No. That woman's staying with Michael. But they do it as long as they say they're separated, it doesn't mean he has to be on the show.
That's true.
That was just the best thing. It is what it is. We're separated. And then because they have two small children that's not even, 3 years old yet, you can always say, because of the kids, it's so complicated because of the kids. Come on now. And divorce stories don't do well on reality TV. So you could say you're being divorced forever and ever and ever and ever. She got the house and she living in another house with the kids. That's it. That's all she needed to do. So I don't think she's ever gonna get she's gonna lose Michael. She not gonna do that. But Mia, on the other hand, is Mia divorced?
No. And that's the other thing. Let's digress rather, over to how are all these currently married women who are boning other people who aren't their exes still in mediation, or, like they're still getting evidence? Like, can't that be a reason for you to not get as much alimony or child support if you're like banging the next one? And they're all advising Stacey to, spread herself thin and wide. And I just don't agree with it. I like Stacey a lot, and it's refreshing to not be led around by your twat.
I think Stacey needs to do. She needs to tread carefully, because being on this show with these toxic little that are just miserable and nasty, you gotta be careful, because she has an opportunity of getting divorced and having to be amicable for her child, and still be in a good spot. You understand? That's my thing. What these ladies going out here having other men, I think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't agree with it. I'm not mad for people who does. Do you? That's not for me, and I'm glad that someone is on the path that says, hey, I don't roll that way. This is how I roll, and that's fine with me. As long as she doesn't feel like she has to dip into something you don't want to do, Because she does have a daughter. Somebody has to think, hey, I do have a child, and I don't want my child to look at me back in the archives on Peacock and see me holding out in the streets. Unlike Mia, who's just starring, just looking like, the classic everyday 3 and 4. Well, she is on the polls, so can't get mad at that. She is what she ain't never left it.
Well,
I don't know.
I appreciate her fresh take. It's a different, perspective in this ladies who obviously will drop it and spread it in the midst of a divorce. Like, I personally don't think that would help my case much. Like, I just don't know, but I'm not getting divorced either. So, and I'm a firm believer in finishing one thing before you start another. So, and sex does confuse things. So, I don't know. I appreciate how slow her and TJ are taking it. But I do also feel like TJ's kind of short with her in a way that I don't appreciate.
To me, I do like that too, because not everybody has to be like, when they jump into new relationships, they don't have to. It's okay to say, hey, before I move to a new relationship, I want to work on myself first. That's actually the healthy way of doing it. Because you don't want to take whatever toxicity in your last relationship, you don't want to take that into your new one if you want it to succeed. Because you're bringing bad juju, in my opinion. But that's if you're looking into wanting to be successful in your next relationship versus when you leave your old relationship. These ladies here, the ones that are just popping and boo, bop and boo, they're just about the instant gratification in that moment. There's nothing wrong with it. If you love it, I love it for you. But you got to think, how that's going to play out later on, especially when you have children involved. I will be more cautious jumping to a new relationship, especially if I have minor children involved, because I'm just old school that way. I don't like to bring everybody with around my kids, especially when all these lunatics doing all kind of crazy things, I'm be like, no, who I'm with, I got to think about me and my minor child. So yeah, I don't have a problem having you live there down the street, up the road, 2 blocks down, up the highway, seconds for me, my kid. That's just me. Because trauma in childhood lasts a lifetime. And it only takes one time to traumatize a child. Ain't no amount of P is worth it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Not even worth it. You heard it here first. Okay, so that's Jacqueline. The one more thing about the Real Housewives of Potomac. So the Jacqueline Karen of it all. I thought Karen was right in her assessment that Jacqueline was being hella shady, and for Jacqueline to be like, I was coming in peace. I don't know that I buy that. But calling the police, of course, leave it to the Grand Dame to be in a court case with police and then involve the police.
Jacqueline, we already know Jacqueline, she messy. We already know Jacqueline's messy, she's thirsty. She's just trying to solidify herself on the show. She just trying to find a moment. I think she's probably doing the common newbie thing, doing way too much. And I really don't care for Jacqueline because when she came in the first episode, it's been a minute since I see a few episodes. But when she came in and she was all gummy with Mia, I'm like, girl, we saw you not too long ago. You couldn't even stand being with Mia in the same room. Now you best of friends. I mean, I get it, they have this history, they hot 1 minute, cold the next, and everything between. But because we don't know Jacqueline that much, it just comes out fake, which, you know, Mia is fake, but still, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Mia's friend.
Right.
She's trying to be Mia in a way, and it's not cute. I think Jacqueline. I think what was so funny is when Jacqueline was coming in with Sharice. I think that moment where Sharice was trying to get Jacqueline back in, I was kind of liking those moments because it's like, look at Sharice being messy. Look at Sharice sitting out there trying to do the Lord's work and get these two back together again. You know, look at her being useful.
Yeah.
But that's my issue. And then with Karen, I did saw the videotape, the body cam with Karen. It was kind of sad to see Karen in those moments. It doesn't look good for her. But it is what it is. I just don't understand why Karen did what she did. Karen got too much money and too much clout to be driving anywhere drunk. She could have easily called a black Uber to take her to the event and take her back home.
Yeah, that's the bottom of it. She should not have ever drank and drive. Period, boo. Okay, so now we're not going to be on here. Oh, look, it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. Uh-oh. I mean, part of the reason I was doing this live tonight is because, like, you can hear it in my voice, I'm recovering. And the family was supposed to come over here. We were supposed to have one of our slumber parties, and the house was going to be full, and the whole family was going to be here. And, to the point where my mom didn't even put up a Christmas tree. Like, she was going to be over here for the holidays. You know what I mean? And now I'm getting rid of this, whatever it is. And so I have to be all with, without the rest of my family. But at least like my core family is here, me and my husband and my kids. But they're all over to my sister's house now tonight. And I'm having a little FOMO. So I decided to come out here to my YouTube family and meet you guys this Christmas Eve and talk about stuff. And so we've already talked about how Aikisha quit, that Santa Claus is black, that Gizelle was wrong, but not as wrong as production. And now we're going to move over here to Married to Medicine. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, by the way, you guys, everybody have your alarms and bells rung for Larger Curves channel. Dr. Heavenly will be by for our third annual interview right for my birthday. So she's on January 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I do believe. Wait, that's Atlanta, right? Atlanta's Eastern time, right?
Yes, Atlanta's Eastern.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, so everybody have your bells set. So in this latest episode of Married to Medicine, I do have some inside tea too. Like I was going to share some of the Patreon from Dr. Heavenly because she went live about it as always with her reaction to the episode and specifically with her reaction to this fight.
Is my mother stupid and died in 2010? Yes. Lord.
So everybody's in an uproar because Dr. Heavenly pulled another Your Mama. And I don't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it before. I'm not really adverse to the women using words. I don't feel like Your Mama is a slur. Now, I do feel like she was trying to get at her nerves, but Contesssa had also just talked about Alora by name, had summoned Alora's name into the argument, and then Dr. Heavenly was like, your mama's stupid. You talk about my daughter, I'm going to talk about your mama. If the kids are supposed to be off limits, and Dr. Heavenly hadn't said anything about her kids, so I feel like it was warranted. I feel like it was a warranted Your Mama response, because you can't tell me how to respond after you said Alora's full government name on the show, and that I had to pay for, like, I only buy her or something, and that's her best friend too, you know? Thanks, husband. And so that's just part of it. But Contesssa, we're only 5 episodes in on Married to Medicine, and Contesssa is reeking of dead horse cologne. Like, she came with the dead horse from 3 years ago, and instead of just showing us, the viewers, showing the other women that she has overcome, that her's got her in a good place, she could be demonstrating that to us. Instead of reviving a 3-year-old argument with Dr. Heavenly, that she's the only one that hasn't gotten over it for whatever reason. I'm like, 3 years later, you should definitely be over whatever the woman said, because you stayed with him for 3 more years. So, of course, like before, I feel like Contessa's anger with Dr. Heavenly for commenting on and having an opinion about what Contesssa brought to a public show is crazy. And it's no wonder Contesssa and Sweet Tea have formed this alliance, because they both want to be able to hold Dr. Heavenly to a different standard in a way, because you get to have these dead horses instead of move on and have a storyline. And Sweet and Low, Sweet Tea, Sweet and Lipton, Unsweet, Sweet and Sour, Letitia, I think that's her name, the new wife. For the new wife to be so ready with Contesssa to try to make Dr. Heavenly like so very wrong for having an opinion about what they both brought to the show is crazy to me. And it's a false premise to have madness over, because they brought it to the show. Okay. The example for this is everybody wants to just throw in Dr. Heavenly's family. But Dr. Heavenly doesn't talk about her family on camera like that for you guys to be bringing up these things that aren't even part of the show. And it's not because she hasn't given it to them. It's because of how they cut it. She says that she does a lot of family stuff all the time, but we see what we see of her. But instead of see her as a separate storyline, now that you're back, Contessa, you instead are like, oh my God, you still think my husband's abusive? Like, she asked the question. And so when Dr. Heavenly just says in this episode, look right here, she says, do you think that he's abused? She said, yeah. Because we saw it. He rushed to stage. We saw it. She seemed afraid. We saw that they were getting ready to get a divorce. We saw all of this because they put it on the show. Courageous as it was, they put it out there. So how can you be mad at Dr. Heavenly for having an opinion about what you brought to the show? Do you have thoughts on that?
I love the fact that you mentioned how Contessa came in with 3-year-old beef that she never resolved with Heavenly. I mean, I really am sick and tired of these reality shows. It's supposed to be conflict resolution, kiki, mojitos. That is the formula. You know, if you have a conflict with someone, you need to take the time to resolve the situation and say, hey, what's going on? It's been 3 years, Contessa. You ain't coming in all these 3 years, as vocal as Heavenly has been. It never dawned you to pick up the phone or even jump on Heavenly's YouTube and confront her on YouTube or on X, because she's always Twittering, and say, hey, I got something to say about you. You never have any time to do that. You come in and talk about, her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You could go on her YouTube channel and say, let's really talk this out heavily. Let's really just squash this right here. You put my business on YouTube, you gotta squash it out here on YouTube. Why you didn't do that in 3 years? I'm gonna say something. How I know that you and Scott's in a good place? I don't live with you, Contessa or Scott. For all I know, Scott will have a whole ass townhouse apartment and living separate from you and your family. But when you guys want to come to the show, y'all want to pretend that you're together. Because there was a whole things happening. There was abuse accusations being out there. There was cheating accusations going out there. You was over there every 5 minutes. You were going to school all the way in Tennessee. You stayed in Atlanta, in Georgia, and Atlanta with all these hospitals, all these universities and colleges. You couldn't find anything in Georgia or North Georgia that you could have done that, I think, PhD course. You have to go all the way in Tennessee. Tell me you're trying to run away from your problems without telling me you're trying to run away from your problems. I'm just saying. Leaving 3 minor kids with a man who works as a doctor, probably doing 12 to 18-hour shifts. Make that sense.
Make it make sense.
So you're running.
Thanks for coming through. Merry Christmas. Love you too. Yes, I know you love Contessa. I want to love Contessa. Put it like that. I wanted her to come and prove everybody wrong. Show us that her and Scott, don't just show me that he can still rap. Show me what you guys also do. That is, debunking what he put out there last time. He did that shit to you.
I'm just saying, like I said, we don't know if they're even in a good spot. Like I said, you could be unofficially separated. They could say, hey, we're buying this piece of property. Remember how many seasons ago, Dr. Simone and Cecil were living in 2 separate houses?
Yeah.
How we not know that's what's going on with him and Scott? And then when the camera's on, he is in the house filming, but when the camera leaves,
Oh no, he's pulling a Juan Dixon. What? Because wasn't the rumor like Juan didn't sleep there because every time we saw him, he was in his he was either coming or going.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying it's highly possible. And then I'm thinking, why if you come in here, if you have a beef, you had 3 years to squash this beef. You could have sit there and do something about it. Now, one thing is, I love the point you made. How come you have one set of rules for specifically for certain people and another set of rules for Quad and Heavenly? You pointed out Heavenly's daughter. Okay, yes, she's an adult. I'll give you that. But Heavenly's daughter is not on this show. Why are you calling her out your name? But you want to be mad when she says your mama. Well, your mama is a friend. She didn't call your mother's government name as you mentioned. You called out Heavenly's daughter name. She's not on the show. So why are we upset that she said your mama when you talked about her daughter?
Everybody knows. Look, I feel like kids get even more protection than your mama. Like, and you said the whole name. Alora, you brought Alora the thing, and she didn't even do it right. What's that have to do with
anything? What that has to do with anything? Exactly. And yet, people gonna go in there and they're gonna totally erase the fact that she did that as a mother to allow some woman to talk about her child and not say nothing.
I bet these same people, real quick, I bet the same people who are mad that Heavenly said your mama to Contesssa are currently defending Gizelle against women.
Yes. I'm noticing with the viewership, it's always split. Are you getting mad for? No, because it's not right. It's not right. Because I remember when we last saw Contesssa had the audacity when they did the invention. Her daughter to you said something about my family.
Yes.
And that got heavily upset. Like, whoa, it was one when it was just us adults, us ladies. But for you and your child to make it look like I'm trying to ruin your child's life, and you break
that's baby weird. Contesssa, I feel like Contesssa might need therapy, y'all. But this moment right here that's on the screen, this right here, can you see my little hand on her head? That is Dr. Jackie going down, y'all. Contesssa knocked Dr. Jackie to the ground, being high-key roid rage with Dr. Heavenly. I feel like that was a little bit of roid rage demonstrated there. She could not contain herself after she started. So here's where she's going.
But like I said, the line is always moving for... The line is always moving for Quad and Dr. Heavenly.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a set of rules, it's something different for those two ladies. When they try to do what they're supposed to do, they keep moving the line. It's annoying. It's really annoying. If we're going to have a set of rules, it needs to be for everybody. But I would have loved Contesssa if she had just do what I wanted her to do.
Like, she's like the dark place she goes because it looks like Contesssa was in her own dark place. So game next.
Mad at Quad. She never said who, but she said several of them were mad at Quad because Quad was able to do something that none of them could do. For a show that's supposed to be centered around love and marriage, they don't look like happily married people. The only one that looks happily married is Heavenly and Damien.
Yep, Heavenly and Damon.
They're the only two. And then Quad and her new man. And Quad and King. They're the only two that looks happy. I don't see anybody else.
One thing about this episode was that it felt like Toya was doing a lot of producing instead of existing. Like, she needs to be answering the questions she's trying to get the people to answer. Like, what's going on with you, Toya? What makes you tick? Like, we don't know what upsets you. Like, that was a weird question for her to ask. But here, I'm gonna share some thoughts that Dr. Heavenly had, because she says we could share her
But
Patreon.
but we know why Toya's doing that. Toya's doing that so that way we don't get onto her and her marriage, because the last few seasons, because she's not moving, if we don't talk about her and her marriage, then it makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
Because when Cecil and Eugene had that interview with Collins King last year, he did admit that they was at a point that they looked like they was going to get divorced.
Oh yeah.
So I think this is her strategy. Toya likes her soft life, and she's pretty much doing what she needs to do to ricochet what's going on. But she can't. It's not going to last too long. I mean, as long as you have these other ones doing it, maybe. But she's been sliding. I don't know if she's going to work harder, but she's been sliding. Last season, she definitely was sliding. She did not work her check last year. I love Toya. She gave the bougie, she gave the glam. I loved her, but really, that was a soft season for her. She didn't do too much.
That's true. Here, this is some of what.
I always try to give people more value for their money. For example,
here's what. So Dr. Heavenly went live yesterday on YouTube, and she didn't give as much hot tea as she did when she goes on her Patreon, but she says we can share this too. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use is permitted for research commenting and something else. Anyway, it tips for private, personal, fair use. You guys know the real. But here, let's listen to some of what Dr. Heavenly says, and we'll see if these are great explanations.
I do a nice reconstruction on you full page. I always do something. Has she done that? Ask me, has she done it? So I'm going to go here and I'm explaining to y'all everything that happened, how it happened. Because I like to overproduce with anything I'm doing in business, okay? At the Heavenly University, that's the first rule of thumb. I said I wasn't going to talk about sweet tea, but my whole thing is I got to. First of all, the bitch tried to down my businesses. Dr. Heavenly University, let me explain something to you about Dr. Heavenly University. Dr. Heavenly University actually teaches business, money, and relationship tips or whatever, but mainly business, okay? This is my problem with these hoes, right? They take my advice, run with it, and then be mad at me. I told Sweet Tea in Dr. Heavenly University, anybody here been in Dr. Heavenly University in one of our classes? I told him, Dr. Heavenly, to get you a YouTube channel, start talking about things, build your audience so you can sell your product. Has she done that? Ask me, has she done that? I told her, listen, if you want to sell tea, Lipton tea, that was her idea. I want to sell tea. I said, listen. She said medicinal tea. She said, but I don't know if I should do it. I'm not a doctor. I said, your man is a doctor. So you can use him and use your medical ailments and say, hey, you know what? I have this tea here and it's for, you know what I'm saying? When you have problems with your menstruation or whatever, it helps soothe you. She said, well, I don't know what to put in it. I say, bitch, put some turmeric in it. Put some ginger in it and tell what those properties are. Put some turmeric, say, hey, you know what? It's for anti-inflammation. Whatever turmeric do, put it in there. Make the tea taste good because that's all that really matters. And she said, well, I want to do several teas. I say, bitch, this is what you do. Come out with one tea and then every other month or so often, then have a new updated brand. This is how you do it. I gave her how to store her Shopify store. I gave her the person to set up her website. All this shit I did for her through Dr. Heavenly University. I told her put her husband in life insurance. Was that bad? Everybody say I was shady. No, the man is almost 60 years old. When she talk about the elderly, her man is elderly. If that's elderly, get him some goddamn life insurance if he'll qualify. You know what I'm saying? I can get that girl nothing but good advice. That's my opinion. Let's get on Contesssa. Nothing but good advice. Bitch, your man said all this about you. I said, these things are not true. You are beautiful. Another man would want you, Contesssa. You're beautiful. You're a doctor. You're a black woman. You smart. And you're going to tell me I was a toxic relationship? I'm the most toxic bitch you know. When I gave you advice that was true, I told you, if you're going to stay with the man, fuck up talking about it. Let's clean this shit up, Contesssa. But my whole thing is, I can tell you, and you should listen to me a little longer. When you come back to the show, you have to show that y'all are better now and what y'all did, whether it was therapy or whatever. But I guess you didn't have enough confidence in y'all relationship to show, hey, you know what, we had some problems in the past. That's all brother want, is for you to clean it up. Show the people the story of how you made it better, if it's better. And I'm hoping that it is. Y'all don't make me be a bad person. All I do is give y'all good freaking information. Maybe the tone is wrong. Yeah, all of that. You know, but y'all know my heart. Jackie knows my heart. Simone knows my heart. Contesса, not Contesssa, no, I mean, she know it too. She's not gonna admit to it. Quad knows my heart. And this is the problem. Contesssa is working overtime to bring these hoes against me, and it's just never gonna work because these people know me and they've been knowing me 10, 11, 12 years or more. I've been knowing Toya the longest. Why do you think these people ain't fucked up? All the shit that I've done, why they ain't do a quad to me yet? Why? Think about it. I'm not a bad person, and y'all ain't gonna put that shit on me. And I'm gonna tell you again, Phaedra not a bad person. She's actually an excellent person. It's just that she's a Scorpio, and when you get on her other side, the bitch changed. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about her. Phaedra ain't no bad chick. I never said she was a bad chick. Contesssa ain't no bad chick. She's Miss Congeniality. If you meet her in the street, she's gonna be like, hey, how you doing? And act like she a bad person. But is she delusional? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sweet Tea is a sweet girl. Really nice. I really liked her.
I can't hear the audio.
Me.
I don't know if
Sorry,
it's streamlined.
Because they hit up.
Sorry, you know what happened? Let me go back. Right about there.
Situation, absolutely. Yes, she is. And
Can
we
you
know
hear
it,
it now?
all of us.
Yes.
And keep watching, y'all gonna see it too. It's gonna play. The thing about TV is there's no way you can go 11, 12, 30, 13 years and not show who the fuck you are. That's the problem. Damon has been consistent. That's why they don't like me. That's what some of them. Because he the best man I know. He go to work. He go to work. He come home every night. How about that? How about that? Yeah, man, because I got a man that go to work and come home every night. They treat his wife right. They love his wife. Now, I don't fuck like Contesssa, fuck, they be fucking over there. I don't do it as much as her. To me, that's one thing I did envy about Contesssa. She be like, even when they were mad, I'm telling her business, yes, I'm gonna tell it. Shit, she said I was gonna tell it, I'm gonna tell it. They be mad at each other and they still have sex. I'm like, girl, y'all be grudge fucking like, I've never seen that before. Like, when you mad, you supposed to have sex. Tell me in the group chat. Somebody help me. Do y'all have sex when y'all mad? Contesssa say, I need sex. I gotta have it heavily. You know what I mean? So they have sex when they mad. That's one thing I envied about them because they over there. Now she could say, my man taps this whenever I need him to. I just don't need him to every time. I am not a freak like that. I'm just saying. Okay? So what y'all want to know about this damn show before I go off? I be playing. I'm not upset at all. My whole thing is I think that this is a great opportunity. The show is. I think that people are chosen for a reason. I don't know what Mimi's gonna bring. I really don't. I can't tell y'all that. But there's a reason they casted her. I'm to this little girl and I'm just a bully. She be saying some fuck shit. She do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get along enough to go to the next level. We gotta keep it cute, which they don't get it. You gotta keep it cute at first. You got to, okay? Because if we blow up right here, because y'all got problems with me and y'all want to come at me, okay? I'm gonna keep it cool, calm, and collected, okay? I can do it. Y'all think I can do it. I've done it. Okay, we in the saloon. They keep coming at me. What did he say? I can't remember. Y'all remember what happened? They kept coming at me, and I was like, she's like, stupid is as stupid does. Bitch, you stupid. That's what it is. Y'all be wrong to say something to this little girl that I'm just a bully. She be saying some fuck shit. She do. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is I ignore the little girl. The little girl want my attention, so let me give it to her. Give it to her. Then Contesssa jumps in and says, I don't know her, but she ain't never hurt me. Bitch, y'all keep coming to conversation. What y'all want? It was a whole blow up at the saloon that I kind of tried to keep it from happening. And then finally Quad and Sweet and Phaedra come in late. Thank you, Quad and Phaedra, for coming in. So then we played some games. This is behind the scenes. They playing games, asking some up questions. I don't know who come with these questions. But somebody said, who's the most likely to? Who's the most likely to get married and be pregnant? Shit, they asked me the question. I said, shit, Phaedra. They say, you already in my uterus. What if she got married for real? I don't know what it is about Phaedra and being pregnant. I get that she's a preacher's kid, but at 50-something, over 50, why is that such an issue for her right now? That's what I'm going to tell you again. Phaedra be mad about shit that really don't matter. You wrong. Like, I don't know. Maybe, you know what I mean? Phaedra's all about image, but my whole thing is with Phaedra, her image, the people see through your bullshit. That's why everybody call you fake, because everybody knows. Like, she's not a bad girl. I'm not saying that at all. But she got mad. She's like, you all in my uterus or whatever. And then she tried to keep her composure, bring it on back. Okay. But she don't want to do it. She don't want to make a scene. Okay. All right, bitch. Okay. They keep asking questions. Every question they asked, Contesssa was in my ass, on my ass. It's heavily the one. Heavily. This did not stop with me the whole time we was on this trip. They couldn't even show her she was on me. I was like, what have I done to this woman? Is this woman upset? Like, do she want what she want? Like, she would not stop. And I'm looking at her and I'm looking at Jack and I'm like, it's funny. It's funny. It's not upsetting. It's funny. Everything I did, Contesssa would say, oh, bitch, you got a BBL. You over 50. Why would you get that? I said, oh, this is medical. No, it's not. You did not have breast cancer. You had the trait, but you did not have breast. And then you got them done again, and they all spread out like this. Bitch, do not do that. Don't do that. And why are you so skinny, girl? What's going on in your life that you gotta weigh 100 pounds when you 6 foot? Okay, to be strong too. And I'm gonna get into that too. But they kept coming at me, Sweet Tea and Contesssa. Toya don't give a fuck about it. Toya is funny. She's fun. She's neutral, I think. She probably talk bad about me, but I don't care. At the end of the day, Toya will always fall in place with the flat five. I love Toya. I'm never gonna have a problem with Toya. Toya came to me, but to me, it's innocent. Toya be drunk. You know what I'm saying? Toya be on this shit and she be drinking. I don't know. But Toya, she Flutie man. This girl is funny to me. To me, I take it back. I will take it back. Me and Quad are not the show. Me, Quad, and Toya. Damn it. And Toya might be number 2. I don't know who number 1 is, but Toya keep the shit going. Ain't nobody really mad at Toya because nobody really take the bitch seriously. We don't. The bitch came in there and bounced us all around. What did Phaedra say? She's like a dry tampon. Jackie says the itch in your ass you just can't get to. That damn Toya do her damn job. She came in there and irritated everybody else to the fuck. There was one time that Toya irritated us so bad, Jackie got to cry. She cried. And Toya was like, I got you. Toya don't mean none of this. She's not serious, not to be taken seriously. And she finna have a good damn time on her damn Patron or whatever the fuck she drinking today, okay? So she having a good time. I'm not mad at Toya at all. Toya ass don't give a fuck. Similar to Phaedra, don't give a fuck about this. But Phaedra a little different. She a little different. Okay. Let's go with outfits. Now, Toya did have on a red shirt, and I will say to Toya, it looks better with a white shirt, with a white beater. It does. Simone, to me, got it right. Simone, to me, she got it right this time. I knew Simone had a body for it. No, Quad got body. Phaedra got body. That bitch is fine. If you don't say nothing else about Phaedra, that bitch is fine. To be 51 years old, that bitch look good. Y'all got to give it to her. Quad look good, Simone look good, but I'm just saying, exceptionally body. Body, Phaedra. Okay? She take it home, okay? These bitches look good. Exceptionally body.
Oh, sorry.
She was lip syncing. She got the dances on pat. Michelet, hats off to her for her performance. Tia, whatever, and Contesssa, and I don't know how my name got in it, or even if it was in it. I was sitting there and I was talking to Contesssa. I said, Contesssa, you don't know that damn girl. You got with that girl to come at me, bitch. When y'all can do it, she said, what? She said, yeah. Toya already told me that you said this was a fake ass relationship. Oh, we getting this part, yeah. So, Sweet Tea wants an apology from Quad, right? So me and Quad, we was live. You know, I go live and getting people in trouble, but shit, you know what I mean? Andy can't say nothing about my lives when his damn show is messy as hell and bring up messy ass shit every time. Okay, so we're live. She in green screen, I think, or something, taking a photo shoot or whatever she doing. And Quad, Quad actually mocked Sweet Tea, talking about, you know what, I got the access to the money, you know, and it was funny. It was fun. I said, girl, don't beat your ass, but okay. But Matthew, Quad can draw first blood. The people don't know the history, whatever, and maybe I'm missing it. The first thing I thought that was like a little tip between them that Quad saw that, because the only reason people get it is because people send it to us and they like we looking for shit. I don't. They sent Quad a clip of Sweet Tea in her house, in Quad's old house. My whole thing is my man would have to buy me a new house, but maybe I'm bougie like that, I don't know. But at least I would have just swiped the shit out and just redid the whole thing. I don't know. But anyway, Sweet Tea living in Quad's old house. And I always said, you know, the house still got us in, or y'all still in the same bed or whatever. Anyway, my whole thing is either Greg is just cheap as hell or he not, you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, Sweet Tea does a video and says that she had to crucify the house as if Quad was the devil. I don't know. It's funny, it's fun or whatever. But okay, clap. You started the clap. You should be able to handle the clap back. I can handle the clap back. I do not be upset about it. People say, well, Heavenly, you was upset when she said about your mom. You know, you can hit a little different, but I hit harder. But if you're gonna throw it out there, you should be able to take the hit back, either hit me back, because I'm always gonna go deeper. But anyway. So Quad apologizes to Sweet Tea, said, you know what, I won't talk about you anymore. That's the first part of their conversation. What y'all are missing is the second part of their conversation. Okay. So when I started saying to Contesssa, I said, Contesssa, you don't know this bitch. You don't know her. But I said, Quad, you told me that this bitch told you, because Contesssa told her off camera. I don't know this little girl. I don't have nothing in common with her. They, you know what I mean? I'm just filming with her, whatever, because they have whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so she asked Quad, did you say that? Quad said, oh my God. She said, why would you say that, Heavenly? She never denied that I said it because I was telling the truth. I've been telling the truth, okay? So anyway, I started saying something, and Contesssa put her hands in my face, like she put her finger in my face. I was like already done with Contesssa because she had been throwing shots at me the whole fucking trip. Okay, this is the part y'all don't get. Okay, so she put her hands, get your hands out my fucking face, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk, but I ain't no damn fool either. You know so you ain't finna punk me. So Contesssa gets, and you know, it's a lot going on. I can't really tell you everything that was said or what happened. All I can do is tell you what I remember. So when I stood up, I guess it was intimidating, I don't know, because I told you to get your fucking hand. She stood up. And the first thing I remember her saying to me, is my husband abusive? Is my husband abusive? It ain't had shit to do with what we was talking about. She brought it up. I didn't. I said right there to her, you don't know that fucking girl. I was just, fucking with her. You know what I mean? I said it. Anyway, is my husband abusive? A little argument. Why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that in the middle of an argument? Is my husband abusive? Bitch, yes, I said it on the sit down. Yes, he is. We saw it. Okay? We saw it. Everybody saw it. Just after you put it out there, you can't be mad at me. You're mad at your motherfucking man, and I said it. Okay? Then she says, you stupid or something, she said, and I said, stupid. Y'all know that's my comeback. Your mama stupid. I wasn't thinking about her mama that, you know what I'm saying? And I knew, you know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, if you ask me in the middle of an argument, that's just like you arguing with your man or something. Like, Toya said, you with your man, and you mad, you know what I mean? And she asked you again, my mama? Bitch, yes, your mama. That was funny, honestly. They said it about my mama. I don't have double standards, be hypocrisy. Toya said she didn't give a fuck about my mama being dead. The little girl said my mama was in hell. That's kind of funny. I mean, I love my mama in hell, but she got a better chance of hell than having it. My whole thing is this. Now, at that point, that's when it gets confusing. Because Contesssa to me picked up a plate. I saw her pick up a plate like she was going to throw it at me at that point. So I think somebody took the plate from her, then she had a fork. The bitch had a fork. And I'm like, oh my God. But in my back of my mind, in the highest parts of my mind, this bitch ain't gonna hurt me. This is what I think. I know Contesssa still loves me. I know Contesssa has too much to lose in the back of my mind. So in the back of my mind, as women do, when they be with men or whoever, even though the man probably could beat the shit out you, Contesssa could probably beat the shit out of me, but I'm gonna keep talking. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna shut me up. That's the problem women got right there. Y'all will not shut the fuck up, and you ain't gonna make me shut up, right? So we slurring, whatever, or whatever. When I jumped up, I didn't have no wrong. And to me, I've never had my titties done, but my titties are beautiful, okay? Y'all want to see them? My titties are beautiful, okay? I jumped up, my titties was already showing, and I don't really dress like that, so it was something different for me. But when I jumped up, my titty fell out, okay? was Pedro. So I'm like, fuck that titty. Y'all can just see my titties because I don't have no problem. My titties is pretty, okay? So I'm still arguing. They were like heavenly. So they all came around me to try to hide me from the camera. And then Jackie says, here, put on my jacket. Now I'm gonna say one thing about that, Jackie.
It's small.
Because she knew I couldn't fit in that size zero jacket. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So she gave me a jacket. I tried to put it on. I forget this jacket, and I couldn't get it on. And then Faith says, "Listen, just try it around, you bitch. Just put my titties back in." So that's how I go from one scene of having a black dress on, and then I have a jean jacket that's like part of my outfit, which makes it kind of look kind of cute. But they tried to wrap the thing around and hang my titties up. So my titties hanging out, but I'm still right. The argument is you don't know what's said and what's not said. So everything that was said to me by Contesssa, I didn't hear it until I saw it on TV. Now, they did tell me in green screen, so I responded to some of the shit, but you know, sometimes I be thinking that they be making stuff up. I'm like, no, Contesssa wouldn't have said that. Contesssa wouldn't have said that. She said that me and my husband don't sleep in the same room. Contesssa know that's not true. Contesssa know that. Now, granted, there does have a room downstairs, a bedroom downstairs that he does his work. He does his music, He does that. He calls his mama, whatever he do it down there. And then when he finished with his work, because I don't like him working around me, he comes upstairs. But I've never spent no night without my man that I could think of. If it is very few and far between. So yeah, I'm wrapped up because my titties fell out. Okay, they wrapped Jackie's jacket up around me, and it she came out cute. Thank you, Phaedra, for looking out for my titties. So then the argument went deeper, and they said, you know, my mouth is reckless. Come on, fuck me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm in an argument, okay? I'm mad and I'm arguing. I said, and Sweet Tea jumps in the argument. Yeah, bitch, no. She said something, and I said, that's why y'all bought me, because neither one of y'all mean that shit. Now, based on Quad, I don't know what's going on in this girl relationship. All I can do is imagine, based on what Quad said. This bitch jumps out and says, Quad be lying. My man ain't never did nothing. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what it was. So I said, oh, Quad, what's going on? And then, you know, the stuff we're not supposed to talk about that happened with Quad, and Quad still traumatized from and her marriage to Dr. Chief. Came out. We're not supposed to say what it was, but y'all know what it is if y'all been watching the show. They said it on the damn reunion one year. But anyway, my whole thing is, I feel like this. And I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about me. If I flatten shit out my man, if I hit him with a pen, and I had this conversation with Curtis as well. But I know Bravo does not do double standards because, you know, we got the transgenders, we got the gays, we got the whatever. They don't do double standards. But if I hit my man, he should hit me. I really just don't. I know it's wrong to hit people. Come on, man. But I'm just saying I can't even go in that route. But anyway, so I said y'all neither one of y'all ain't got shit. And then Sweet Tea kept coming. I don't know why they didn't play none of this, but Sweet Tea be coming for the shit. So I said, your motherfucking man did all of this. I said it. They didn't play it. They didn't, right? So then your bitch ass comes out and was like, you don't know if that's true or not, Sweet Tea, don't worry about it. She said, she's saying this about my husband. Bitch, all I can say is what Quad told me and what the people that's next door to her told me and some of our best friends told us what happened, okay? So I'm going by it. And to me, I think it's fact because I don't think these people got a reason to lie, okay? But, okay, Quad left this man for sure. Anyway, so when Faith said, we don't know what's true or what's not, Quad jumped in and we do know what's true. We do know. And the Sweet Tea and Quad got into it real bad. Worse than me and Contesssa. They got into it. She was like, my husband, no. She said that I can say my experience with that fucking man, what happened to me. And then this is what scared me. Quad and Sweet Tea actually was screaming at each other. They was I want to say they was touching. Contesssa never got that close to me because I ran, bitch. I'm gonna tell you, I ran. I ain't no damn. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, so they go toe to toe, right? And they yelling and screaming. I don't know how it manifested because I was looking at something else. But all I was told was the next scene, or the next time they saw Sweet Tea did come back to eat her food, and they said she boo-hoo cried. I don't think they showed that. They said she just started bawling like.
She did seem like she was gonna cry.
But the argument started with me. She jumps in the argument with me and Contesssa. Me and Contesssa, and I think she was like, yeah, some shit she said or whatever. But anyway, so to break it down, the things that I remember Contesssa said, she said, I buy my children. I mean, yeah, I did try to buy my daughter to come to to stay here. I was gonna buy a house and it was 1.7 million. I had it right there. It was right next to Emory University. Laura with family. But I can't be mad at her because I wanted her to have the experience, right? I did buy a Laura beauty supply store, but bitch, what y'all want me to do? I think that if people had the opportunity to help their kids and move their kids along and do the thing, I'm gonna buy a Laura house anyway because I want her to start out in the world because that's the best way you can build an investment. That's why Kamala wanted y'all to get money for a house. Y'all wanted $1,200 for food. I don't know. But anyway, my whole thing is this. I was gonna buy my baby house. We had already seen it or whatever. And I bought a beauty supply store, and she said it was a failure. To me, it wasn't no failure because it would have worked if Laura was there working it. You know what I'm saying? I would have came there. Once Laura left, I didn't want to go in that store no more. It ain't my shit. That ain't what I wanted. I was doing that so Laura would stay here. So that partially is true. But my kids love me. I knew that for a fact, okay? So that's part. I don't know, what's going on in her life. Then she says, Damon. She always getting Damon. You know why she gets in Damon? Because she knows that's mine. Dagger. She says he got illegitimate kids. I want to say she said biracial. This is where the lies get to be too much a lie and we know you lying. At least make them believable, okay? Because if that's the whole fucking doctor, okay? If he has some fucking kids and he paying child support, if he has some kids, he would be paying child support. Therefore, I would know, right? Because if the last name she said they out there said the last name, that means he came and signed the birth certificate. He just lied. And then Sweet Tea said that I told her that my man cheated. What? Trying to defame this man. Defamation is defamation. So don't think that my defamation is deeper than yours because I'm saying what the fuck I think. You know what I'm saying? Defamation, Doc said a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. So if you say my mom in hell, I'm going to say I got a better chance in hell. If you say my man is this, I'm going to say what your man is and what the people said your man is. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it was a whole lot going on, but I'm going to tell you facts. The whole thing was worked with Quad and Sweet Tea, and they did not show any of it.
Wow.
That's the tea. They didn't show any of it. Quad and Sweet Tea went ahead, and that's why Sweet Tea is going so hard with Quad on her YouTube show, which she learned at Dr. Hemley University started YouTube. I ain't telling the bitches talk about me, but you know what? Have it. And this is why we make great reality because I'm bothered. My whole thing is, do you, girl? I want everybody here to win. I want Sweet Tea to win. I don't hate Sweet Tea. Bitch. I just think that if she want to come for the smoke, don't be mad when it comes hard at you. This is what I do. This is what I get paid to do, and I've been doing it for years. Don't come to a champion. I've been doing this for years, baby. Don't come to the top dogs and then thank you. And then when you lose, start crying. Because exactly what the fuck she did. Quad read that bitch from A to Z. I can't remember everything she said. It was a lot going on, but a lot of it had to do with Dr. G. And bitch, you can't tell me what happened in my situation with that fucking man because I can tell you what you about to go through. Ooh. Sweet Tea was upset, and I think she really loves her. Really do. That's one thing we do have in common. She was trying to ride or die for her man, but you can't because you can't tell Quad what happened in her situation. You can't, and you don't told them all your damn business really, and you continue to tell it to other people, and they come and telling me, but I ain't like that. I don't even think enough of you to do that. But my thing is, if you come for the smoke, Sweet Tea, you weren't even in the argument, little darling. Then when Quad read you for 50, you go over there and cry. Now we bullies. Now we own. Let me tell you what happened with Dr. Jackie. When we were going through, and me and Contesssa, and when you're doing this, all of it becomes a blur. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember what happened. But I do remember when Contesssa stood up, and I stood up. I'm going to say I was running, but I was kind of running around the table to get away from that bitch. So I ran over this way. Jackie stood up to stop Contesssa and stood up, and Contesssa pulled her arm back, and Jackie fell on the floor. And they didn't give it on camera because they didn't even see it. Really, they had to point to it. Jackie fell on the floor. And she said when she closed her eyes, all she could see was Sweet Tea. She said she had thought she went to glory. She said she fell. Now, Jackie fell for real. Like, I was like, and then when they told me she fell, I was like, oh my God, Jackie fell over my bullshit. I felt so bad. I was like, listen. So, you know how my mouth is. We was running, we was talking. Jackie asked, the people say heavily stop talking. When I get to going, y'all know we got this liquor, brown liquor drink in us. I'm just saying whatever comes to hell of my man. You know what I'm saying? And they cut out a lot. Thank you, God. Thank you, Purveyors of Pop. Thank you, Bravo, for cutting out a lot of this I did say. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? When you get arguing, I know how to win an argument. That's just what you know what I'm saying? That's why my man don't even try to argue with me. He really don't. But I'm going to win the argument. They said, Toy said, happily stop. And then she said, Jackie, if you leave, she'll go with you. I don't know why y'all think that Jackie can control me, because she can't. They say heavenly, you don't hold heavenly accountable. Your man can't control you. First of all, my man, I'm not a dog, so my man ain't trying to control me, sweet tea. I don't know what your man do with you. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, how you gonna control me, beat my ass, because my man don't do that. I'm just saying. Jackie cannot control me. I do have a lot of respect for Jackie. I listen to Jackie, but Jackie be wrong. And like I tell you, sometimes y'all let Jackie get away with murder. She sat up here and said she was a virgin at 40 years old. Y'all took it as fact. Anyway, Jackie get in the car, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't even think Jackie was crying. I think Jackie was laughing, because she laughed at one point. She be crying, like she be so overwhelmed that she be laughing heavily. Just stop talking. You saying too damn much. You said, I was in there. I was cursing at the security guard. That's what I was cursing at. They cut all of that, I think. I was cursing out, and they might show it. I don't know. But I was cursing at the security guard because I felt like, yes, Contesssa could beat my ass. She can. Sweet Tea probably can too, but y'all don't know y'all was in a fight. It ain't just gonna be no fight. But I'm not trying to fight on TV. So I'm backing up, but I'm not gonna shut up. Don't ask me right, wrong, or indifferent. This is what it is. I don't plan on fighting, but I can say what the fuck I want to. And we fight with our words. I've been doing it for the ever, and I've been all right with it, and I ain't got my ass whipped yet. Maybe I do need my ass whipped, but y'all ain't gonna do it, because we supposed to have security. I'm gonna tell you again, this fat motherfucker. She did that damn girl. So security would have made it over there. That's what I'm saying. To security, her mama tried. Security. And people say her mama didn't try. Her mama walked up on me angrily. What the fuck was I supposed to think when you see somebody ghetto and come from social media, Instagram? You done met her in the DMs with a baby emoji. And then her mama come up to me, and her mama younger than me, walking like, what's good? What I'm supposed to think? And we ain't got no security check, we ain't got no knife check, no gun check, or nothing. I'm talking about her damn child. Crazy about man too. But don't walk up on me. Then they gonna tell me, all she wanna do is talk to you. Bitch, make a consultation. It's a fee to talk to fucking Dr. Headley. You don't walk up on Dr. Headley, okay? Don't do that. Anyway, I don't know how I got here. But then Jackie is trying to consult me and tell me to stop talking. But I'm already in my zone. I done got this brown liquor drink. These people that made me mad because they done came from my man. Me and Sweet Tea don't like people talk about my man, especially lying on my man. But it's funny. Honestly, this is one of the most funny. If you look at it for what it is, it was funny. Did y'all see the part where I said, and I didn't see no comments on this, so y'all might not have seen it. They might have played it. When they said my titties was moving, and I got in my green screen, I said, my titties and Toya have a lot in common. I mean, my shit's moving all over town, just like Toya. The funny shit, when Toya said, y'all acting just like a married couple of crazy in love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing it, and then tomorrow y'all be apologizing. That's some funny shit. When Jackie said, you got this itch that you can't scratch this in your anal itch, that's some funny shit. When Phaedra said,
they definitely do so much.
My coochie going like, and she wasn't lying. Everybody could see Contessa coochie. I don't know if she wanted us to see it, but we could see every imprint of her coochie, to the point where I feel like she didn't have no hair on it, because it was just that. You could just see. I wasn't just looking at it. I'm just saying it was just out there.
I wasn't prepared.
She keeps the shit going, and she gives a fuck about anything that's going on right now. Toya is drunk or whatever. So everybody having a good time. It was a great episode. I don't give a damn what y'all say about it. It was a great episode. And Contessa wants her job back, and I'm going to say it again and again. Let me help her get it. So what's y'all question? I'm just going on. I think I gave y'all all the things, okay? She doing it now.
So she did a lot of tea in that.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. So I love when she does share the behind the scenes things. And that's part of why I gives I am Team Heavenly, because there's always more to the story than your mama. Like, they really edited that to make it look like she was like, your mama, for no reason, you know? But there was this whole buildup of Contessa saying stuff to her all night, along with invoking Alora, you know what I mean? Along with it being in the middle of an argument. So I'm glad I could share that with you. Did you learn anything new in that Patreon exclusive from Dr. Heavenly?
I learned a lot. I'm still with the That I mean, I gotta go rewatch that episode, but none of it surprised me whatsoever. One thing is, I think some of the things that Contessa was saying in the argument, like telling Heavenly, "Oh, you try to buy your kids, oh, you know, talking about how her and Damien not in the same room." I just getting that as Contessa is just projecting what's going on in her life. Like
Yeah.
Contessa keeps forgetting that we we don't have access to past seasons, and we don't see what we're watching. Because remember when she came back after, saying that her husband is quote unquote abusive supposedly on that reunion, right? She came back wanting to give her kids this big over the top birthday party because she felt so guilty on not being there. That's like trying to buy your kids.
Yeah.
And then you talk about, oh, like, you and Scott are not, like how she's like, oh, you and Damon are not in the same bedroom. Didn't I just say I don't even feel like Scott is in the same house?
Yeah.
Are we projecting, Contessa? You gotta be
So,
careful when you're here. Gotta be
I
careful what
think
you
so.
said. And the thing with Sweet Tea, none of it surprised me. I'm just shocked that they didn't show Sweet Tea and Quad getting in each other's face, because I feel like the whole point of Sweet Tea is that link with Quad. Because without Quad, there is no storyline for Sweet Tea.
Right.
No one really cares if her and Dr. G has a baby. I mean, we want it for her, yeah. But as a storyline for a reality show, in my opinion, that's
We
not
don't,
something
yeah.
that we're dying to see.
Right.
We're not like, oh, we really want, because I'm just going to say this. Pregnancy storylines are boring in reality TV. It's kind of boring. Yes, it's great. It's fantastic. But it's like, what can you do? Because first of all, when you're pregnant, you really can't go after her. They really can't get into no fight. You can't stress them out. They get away with everything, aka Ashley, for those 2 pregnancies she had. So you
Yeah.
really can't do much when you're pregnant, or even after you're pregnant. So it's like, really, and also too, I'm just feeling a little weird with Dr. G being a dad. I
Yeah.
don't know. He gives me that ick factor. Not ick like there, but it's like something about him, it seems off. And I just don't. I just don't.
I get it. I get it. We're not invested in Dr. G. We liked Quad.
Yes.
Quad left Dr. G. We
Yes.
still like Quad.
Yes. Because I think
We're not invested in Sweet Tea.
no. Because when with the pregnancy storyline with Quad and Dr. G, people were vested in it, but I think they were vested in it more because of, like you said, of Quad. You
Right.
took Quad out of it. Sweet Tea's there. We talk about the baby. I can't speak for the viewers, but for me, I just don't care. But all of a sudden now you're hearing things in, out there social media that Quad and King are trying for one, and I don't know. I'm interested. I'm like, I'm rooting for you, Quad. I want this for you, Quad. You see how that goes? It's really the person, and because we want Quad to have her happily ever after going through what we saw, or at least known to be a very toxic marriage. We want Quad to have that happily ever after. And I love the fact that she did it on her terms. She didn't have to hurry up and find a new man. She didn't have to sit there and prove that I have to get someone else. She did it on her terms. And I think
Right.
that's the right way you did it. Not
I
because, oh,
agree.
I got,
Because Dr. G feels like he inserted wife here. It's
yeah,
all about him. He was trying to put Quad's ovaries on his time schedule too. Remember, he was like, oh, time. He was like clocking her ovaries, and now Dr. G is picking up again with Sweet Tea, talking about you got 2 years. We don't. We're not. Look.
and you know what's so funny? The irony is he's a psychiatrist
Yeah.
in mental health. So the irony, here you are, you're in mental health, and you're doing this The way he's moved, I thought he was supposed to be more insightful when it comes to being in relationships and communication and stuff. It's like, what are you telling your patients? Not to question him. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's a great, psychiatrist, but I don't see that in his everyday life. It's just like I can't connect the two. That's weird. Maybe it's a psychiatrist thing. Do say as I do not as I do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. And it also feels like being a mental health expert for him to allow his wife to blame Heavenly and all this stuff and then be co-signing on his wife's Delulu. That
Mm-hmm.
that's like all bad, sir.
Yes, because at some point where you're going to say, okay, I hear where Heavenly is wrong, but what did you do? Because there's plenty of times like she's wrong. Like if you know this is your wife, why you decide to have her back on the show? Let's be real. You're a psychiatrist. You know, being reality show cause a friction in your first marriage. Not but it definitely put a spotlight in it. It's a very stressful situation. Then you're going to have a brand new relationship that barely were going out for a year before you propose to her, and you go in and you're doing all this in reality TV. Is that really a smart thing to do when it comes to mental health? And you seeing her breaking down every 5 minutes, and then she's constantly going after these ladies. Heavenly made a good point. If you're going to sit here and throw fire at someone, you need to be prepared to get some thrown at you. You can't go after these ladies and then expect them not to go back.
Exactly, especially when they're the OGs. Like, I feel like part of Sweet and Sour's thing is she's like, oh, I'm young, I'm saucy, and she thinks she has something in her young sauce that the OGs are somehow missing, but she keeps leaving crying.
The problem is that she's disconnected and naive, but and then a little bit of naive. And one thing is, these ladies, the are to say the Fab Five, they're exactly what they are. They're the Fab Five. They're going to have to falling out. They're going to be there. But I think at the end of the day, they realize we're kind of like this ensemble cast and everybody else is just a hired guest.
Right.
Because everybody has a part in the show. So you trying to insert yourself into it, you're really not going to be there. I mean, there's no guarantee you're going to be there next season. Like we're not vested. We're not vested in you at all, And can I say one thing? I noticed this in the first season. Why is Dr. G being messy more than Sweet Tea? Because
he's such a freaking Mitch. He's always been a Mitch. He's a Mitch.
He gives me Peter Thomas adjacent history, being messy. He's all in talking about the women. He's all in the business. I still remember when him and Phaedra were talking, but Sweet Tea was swimming in the pool with the kids.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. Why is not Sweet Tea talking to Phaedra about the ladies? Why? And then on top of that, when it came to the men, here he is being messy again. Like, well, Quad didn't invite my wife. Why would Quad invite your wife, Dr. G? You are the new, Sweet Tea is the new wife. Sweet Tea don't even know Quad, and Quad don't know Sweet Tea like that. So why would your ex-wife invite your new wife to her birthday party? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Why you're being messy. And then I want to know, is Dr. G and Dr. Damon still doing that business partnership referral thing? Because it gives me that he decided to side with his wife by not taking clients. He says he's busy. Okay, you're busy. And then you just go to just abandon your friend that you knew for about 12 years for some little girl that you know for 2 days? I don't know. But milk costs too much. Rent is too high for me to sit down here and throw down business for some little girl. Messy. Dr. G is messy. I can't wait for him to be off the show. He just need to be off the show.
Yeah, they're not adding anything. And, Dr. Damon already told him, stop talking about my fucking wife. And he told him last time they were in the place, he's like, stop talking about my wife. And so it's almost like Dr. G wants a problem with Dr. Damon, of all people.
That's what I'm getting out of it. He seems to want to stir mix with the man, which I don't like. Because if I remember when Dr. G was there in the beginning, it was kind of weird. He was just weird in that whole group. Then when he left, we liked the dynamics of the husband. You got the messiness and the conflict and the revolution and the drama from the ladies, but when the men minus Dr. G came together, they were cool and they used to hang out. We like that. We like the calm of the storm. Then here comes Dr. G being messy and stirring that up. Like, no, he needs to go. He's throwing off the formula. We don't need the man to be messy.
Exactly. Ever since Cecil and Heavenly got into it off season that one time but it was addressed on season, it's established the men don't interact in women's business. Like, leave it alone on this show specifically. And I also feel like that's part of how the women are able to resolve it so quickly, is because they don't have the added energy of their spouses being like, oh, don't forgive her or whatever, like how we now see with Scott and Contesssa. And even Dr. Heavenly feels like a lot of Dr. Contessa's animosity towards her is Scott driven.
And that's the thing too. I think that's what they need to say too. I think I agree with that. If the men needs to be separated from the show, because here's one thing. Can I really say this? If you're going to get into women's mess, right, then it's going to make things more complicated, because if you as a man going to talk about my wife, I'm going to have to step in as a man and defend my wife. And it could go down south very quickly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing where I think they need to pull back. I think some of the OG Fat Five men need to say, like, look, we got a lot to lose, right? And I don't want to sit here have to throw hands about to throw hands. I don't think they would, but we don't need to go down there. We already established we do not get in women's business. We let the ladies do what they need to do. They're the ones that's getting paid to do the show. Like I said, they went on there, and I think Carlos King asked both Cecil and Eugene, and I think Eugene answered the question. They kind of agreed not to get paid for the show, or even campaign to get paid for the show, because it allows them to have some freedom of their schedules. So why be invested into the drama for free and risk your guys' integrity and reputation in Atlanta for this little check? It doesn't make any sense. Let the ladies do it.
Sir, we can all see your wife is Delulu.
Same thing with Contesssa. I think something's wrong with her. I mean, she's a beautiful lady, but something is wrong. Like, to me, if you're hopping on things from 3 years ago, obviously something's going on between you and Scott. And I just don't understand. If you guys have an issue with Heavenly, then why you're on the show. Heavenly is a very strong personality.
And if they really,
at least at this moment, because Heavenly, you have to have someone with that type of the personality to take that spot. They haven't found anybody else to be a messy, loud person like Heavenly. There's a formula. Who's going to take that spot? Not you, Contesssa, not you, Sweet Tea. I mean, Phaedra could have done it, but Phaedra's too busy making faces and being cute.
Did you notice Phaedra we're in episode 5, and Phaedra, you can do a word counter for Phaedra. She does no more than like 10 to 20 words.
The most she did was when she was talking mess with Dr. G from what I saw.
Right.
I mean,
it was swim pool, and that was a completely inappropriate scene to me when we left the reunion last season with him having imaginary sex with Phaedra.
That's gross. And I'm surprised she didn't call him out for that. Like, dude, what was that about? If you want to talk about something, and Phaedra knows she's too much of an OG. She's on the other side was housewife. Why didn't you clock? Why didn't you go to Dr. G and say that was disrespectful to me and your wife when you was on that stage in a reunion talk about you fantasize about me with your wife right there? Was that ever the conversation? No. What we're talking about heavenly.
Talking about heavenly.
Talking about God. Like, come on now.
Your sound went kind of like you went into a motorcycle or a tunnel or.
For me?
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Okay, hello? I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing, but no, I'm talking about like they keep talking about heavenly and quad, while at the same time they're upset that heavenly and quad is always constantly trending. I guess it's
right.
What I'm saying. It's like, well, yeah, because you're making every single storyline about heavenly and quad. You have so much material we could pull from, and you guys refuse to have those conversations. I'm gonna go back. Why did Sweet Tea came in her very first episode and said she didn't like Jackie, when technically at that moment she only met Jackie during the engagement party?
Yeah.
So what was the context behind that? We never got the answer.
Well, you know what? I'm going to play this real quick right here, this clip, because Dr. Heavenly is getting ready to tell us where she believes the breakdown in their relationship happened and why. And it has everything to do with Dr. G's treatment of Sweet Tea, you guys. Listen at this.
And I'm gonna put this tea out there too. The 5-day challenge, when we were on the 5-day challenge, that's the deep training with Dr. Heavenly University. Sweet Tea signed up for it, right? We get in the university, right? And to me, she came up because it was only like maybe 10 people, or I don't know how many people were in the main part. I think maybe it was like 100 people on the first part. And then the second part, it was only 10 people that came for the deep training. The first part, we might have had so many people in the room, right? So some kind of way, they were supposed to be muted. And I'm giving all the information. They're supposed to be muted, and the LIG occurs or whoever else was there can confirm this. Sweet Tea came there, and then we could hear Dr. G yelling at her in the background saying, what did he say? I bent over backwards for you and your sister. And then you heard some fumbling, and then she left alive and didn't come back to it. Now, those are facts. I can only imagine what that little girl going through. So that's why I say I try to leave her alone. But my things on camera, if you want to say some shit to me, I'm going to clap back. That's all I'm saying.
So she got super embarrassed over that interaction. And after that, so like Dr. Heavenly didn't even like really tell people about that until now that Sweet and Sour is doing all her bashing of the university. But she immediately left that meeting and then starts bashing Dr. Heavenly University and talking about I didn't get nothing out of it anyway and da. All because Greg came in there and showed his ass, girl.
The problem is that Gregory wanted someone, a wife, to be there. So I don't want to use the word control, but he wanted to be that dominant role. And I don't think he liked the idea of her trying to improve herself.
Oh, well, listen to this. She's going to say...
Yes, there you go, Symphony Love. There you go. Symphony Love, this is true tea, and I'm telling you the truth. The man said, I don't want you to do me like Quad did. Now, let's just play it out in his mind. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. In his mind, he feels like he was paying all the bills. These are true facts. He was paying all the bills. Quad probably paid a car note, but that's probably it. Quad stacked her money, all her money from American Medicine. And these are nice cute coin. He had no clue what she made. Quad didn't tell him. She lived in the house. They stayed in a room, two separate rooms, okay? She said she ain't had sex with him for 2 years. I'm not telling y'all her business because it's all like that. Y'all don't remember. But Quad kept all her money. When Quad left the house, these are facts. Quad left that man dirty dry. He went to work one day. Quad called all our movie people. I know it because they told me. That's why I say I know all of it. She told me part of it, the people told me the other. They say that they had that shit moved up and out. That man went to work maybe at 8 o'clock. They say her mama, her cousins, her sister, her auntie, all of them came forward with that. All these people moved her shit. They was in a hurry. They had this big truck. And Quad took every fucking thing she wanted to out their house. She took the food out the fucking refrigerator. She took everything. But Quad smart. She knew what the law was. They said that you can take your stuff in the county. She stayed within the county. She took her shit. This nigga come back, everything go. That's exactly how the fuck I would have did it with a man. Know what I would have did? I said, Quad, why you say Quad was trying to get herself together? You know what I'm saying? And move and think it out. And she said, okay, the best way to do this is to move out of the room with this man so we don't have this conflict. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of his way. She said she used to get up in the morning before he woke up, and she said she would just drive around the city till he went to work. Ain't that a way to live? So, because she didn't want no argument, he didn't want to wake her up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So he could start arguing. So she used to drive around the city. And then when he went to work, she would come back and do whatever she needed to do or whatever, and just try to be gone or in her room with the door locked when he got home. Ain't that the way I live? She did that a while for her to stack her money so she could leave, okay? And then she got other opportunities to circle, then her endorsements came or whatever. Then when she felt comfortable, that bitch left. These are facts. The bitch left him. He begged her to stay. These are facts. He still probably would. To me, my whole thing is, sweetie, be very careful. Because if she wanted your man, she could have. Shit, Rachel could have your man. Shit, the most anybody could have your fucking man. That's such a. He was hollering on the live when we went live on the Dr. Henry University. Yes, that happened. I don't know who held who back. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All this shit.
Okay, so this comment, she said, yes, this happened. It said, did Quad really run up on her, bump her in the chest, and Simone had to hold her back? Oh, darn, damn. No, I'm sorry, you guys. I pressed
That's okay.
Wait. Is it going to go for me?
So, they're talking about that scene between Sweet Pea and Quad?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Try to be gone or in her room.
It was towards the end.
Yeah. I think it's right around here. She really did get into like a bump with
His sister circled and her endorsements came or whatever. Then when she felt comfortable, that bitch left. Time to hit me. You got more. So she is aggressive. Those are facts. And I always thought it, but to me, I'd have to recant that. I don't know. It was hollering on the live when we went live in my eyes.
Oh darn.
Contestant was dragging Scott. He told her to shut up. She won't be.
So did Quad really run and jump her, bump her?
She don't push people. Anyway, you know what I mean? Go with what she's saying. My whole thing is maybe that's in her mind. That's her view. Because to me, I would have told you that I never said that Contessa's husband was a cheater. I always thought it. But to me, I'd have to recant that. I don't know what's true or what ain't. All I know is what she said. So if I said that was a cheater, I recant that. If you would have asked me tomorrow if I said that, I would say, no, I didn't say that. I don't remember saying that. And maybe I'm mad but she has been aggressive. She be pulling all this toys like, you got one more motherfucking time to hit me. You got one more. So she is aggressive. Those are facts in my eyes. Contessa was dragging Scott. You told her to shut up. She won't speak to you. She keeps hollering. She won't let you speak. Contessa got a voice like Simone. When she gets in her zone, ain't no need to talk to her because it's gonna get tiring. Okay, what else y'all got? Contessa is in a fight with herself. Is body dysmorphia? I don't know. I do know my friend, and she is going through something. I hope that she's okay. I really do. I want the best for Contessa, and she knows that I want the best for her because I told her that. My whole thing is, you want your job back? Let me help you get it. Because that's the kind of friend I am. Let me help you get it. But you're not gonna sit here. What you're not gonna do is say, I tried to ruin your marriage, and I'm the worst thing that ever happened to you when you don't already put your life out there. I was not with you 24/7, Contessa. I wasn't. We did not have a bad relationship. In fact, my relationship with Contessa was amazing. I would say Contessa is a beautiful soul until she ain't. The same thing with Phaedra. Beautiful soul until she ain't. Probably me too. Beautiful soul until she ain't. Contessa was nice. She was nice. She was, but it was a lot. It was a very toxic and tumultuous relationship based on me just hearing her shit all the time. She would just say the same shit over and over again. And I get frustrated and I don't have patience. I'm like, bitch, just leave them. See, y'all be doing too damn much, glitter girl.
What the person said.
That's okay. I'm not gonna say that.
It says that she filed after y'all stopped filming on March 23rd. Her shit ain't stable. I don't know who she's referring to.
She filed after y'all stopped filming. Okay. Because Mom don't like you stop. Well, she pretends to, baby. Okay, we for a show, and you know what I mean. I don't think honestly, I don't think Simone like any of us. Honestly, I don't think she like Quad. I don't think she like Toya. I think she do like Jackie, and I think that's one of the reasons she resents me. But I don't think, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Contestant isn't here for us. She's here to portray you as a mean girl, and it's not working. My whole thing is Contessa. Come on, Bookie. Everything I say, she trying to take it deep. Like you said this about me, and bitch. Is it double standard when the bitch said my mama was in hell? Was it double standard when somebody said I don't give a fuck about your mama being there? You know it's a clapback. It wasn't even that deep. Your mama. Okay, you gonna be my mama. Okay, all right, whatever. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was, I wanted to give us some perspective on there. I love when Dr. Heavenly goes live and tells us all the real tea.
Yes, I love it.
And look, we're at 2 hours and 35 minutes on this Christmas Eve extravaganza. And I did not reach my goal. Therefore, you will not be getting the Temptations version of Silent Night. And I do all the parts, you guys. I will do all the parts for you, but we did not reach the goal. I could reset the goal and we could try again, but we didn't reach it this time. But maybe I'll come back tomorrow and see it for you tomorrow. Who knows? Do you have plans tonight, Allie?
No, not tonight. It's getting late over here on this side on the East Coast, but I do have a little bit of plans in the morning tomorrow, of course. Open up Christmas presents with the kiddo and seeing where I could go, hopefully, and then just join my lovely, lovely Christmas day. Awesome. Any plans for you on the West End? Because I think it's probably almost 7 where you at.
Yeah. So like I said, we're recovering because I brought a bug home for Christmas. And so we're just playing it low key, trying to, stay as healthy as possible. And we'll be celebrating post-Christmas because I'm sure we'll still be all passed out tomorrow. Like I'm going to take a nap right now. Yeah. But Dustin just got up here. Dustin, happy Merry, man.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up. Do you have any plans for tonight or tomorrow?
No, I do not. I don't have any plans for the holidays. No, no, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I decided to come live, and we were talking about a couple things. We talked about there were a lady, she quit on Carlos King's live yesterday. She quit from his show and was like, yeah, my lawyer is talking to your lawyer. And then we talked about Gizelle and Wendy from Real Housewives of Potomac. And then we talked about some other Potomac stuff. And then we went into the Contesssa and Dr. Heavenly Your Mama situation and about like the beefs over there. And I had a goal, Dustin, to get 10 super chats. To get 10 super chats, and I was going to sing Silent Night for the people. But we'll have to make a new goal tomorrow.
Yeah. You didn't hit your goal today, did you?
Yeah. I might still surprise him. I love singing. You guys already know I love singing. But right now, seriously, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to take a nap and then maybe put a Christmas movie on. And yeah. But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me so long, Allie. I love it.
You're welcome. It's good hanging out.
Just hanging out with you.
Yeah, Dustin, thank you for coming through. Happy Merry. And both you guys, enjoy the time that you have tonight and with your families tomorrow. And just be the lights that you are. I love you a lot. And
I want to ask you a question, Margie.
Yes.
What did you think about Dr. Heavenly's podcast last night? I think that she made some good points on her podcast last night.
Oh, definitely. I thought so too. Oh, Candor, hi. Happy Merry, man. Yeah, I liked, and we just played her Patreon because after she left that, she went to Patreon and explained things further. And I appreciate her insight because, you know, I feel like people want to be mad at her, but after she explains like her side, it's kind of hard to be mad at her because there's always more, there's true context to be had, not the other
Right.
kind of context that we were talking about earlier this week, Dustin.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but there's real
I was
context
there.
to be
I
had.
know what you're
Right.
talking about. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there.
So there was real context to be had as to like the whole your mama thing, because as it turned out, Contesssa had been poking Heavenly all night, saying stuff all night long, and then accumulated with calling out her daughter. And then, you know what I mean? So it was like a lot of stuff. And then your mama. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I really, really, you know, I love Dr. Heavenly. And for everybody, have your bells rung. She'll be here on the 15th of January. And but yeah, you guys have a fantastic night. You can hear my voice is going and going and going. But,
Are they filming a new season already at Married to Medicine?
no, they haven't even had the reunion yet.
Oh, I thought that was already filming it. Or I thought that was already
Yeah,
filming
no,
a
we
new
haven't seen
season already.
reunion looks or anything.
When is the reunion?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's did we
They're
have
only on episode 5 right now.
yeah,
so
we're on episode 5. And are we getting the episode this Sunday? I don't know.
I don't think so. It's Christmas and then you have New Year's. So they used to be on a little bit of a hiatus.
Right. So we won't even see him again until like probably the second week in January, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
It's
see.
weird. I don't remember them ever having a show during like this time of year, or at least not in a really long time because of the holiday break. So we'll see.
Yes, definitely. Well, this was my Christmas tree. This is me in front of my Christmas tree. This is me loving you in front of my Christmas tree. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Smash my buttons, okay?
I'll see you there. See you there, Nerja.
Love you guys. Peace.
Peace, yeah. Peace out.
Peace out.